577 I've done now, so 2276, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. 315 for opponents, so it's enough to establish a rating, but you can see it's a relatively new account, not many games in any time control. So my opponent could turn out to be underrated here because it's a high rating. Could turn out to be underrated, like I say. So let's just play the normal Caro. Now, what line do we want to play? I'm going to take and I'm going to go h6, just develop really slowly. Just bring the bishop up and get castled. So bishop up, castle. If checks, we can block that. That's what I would normally do. Trade, castles. Yeah, I'm quite happy to play end games, so we'll just both end up getting castled. Then we'll worry about minor piece development. Okay, I could do this then and see where do you want to go with your knight. Might let me take. He might go queenside and go ultra aggressive. So do I want to do this? Say you develop your bishop somewhere. Trade. Castles. Without the queen on it, feels alright, doesn't it? I'm going to do it. It couldn't really mix the game up here if he wants to go really aggressive and go this side. Sorry, just a simple move and castle queen side, because I think I'm going king side. I give my opponent the two bishops as well, but it mixes the pawn structure up. So risk and reward, like all chess. And that's what he's done, so he's allowing it to happen. I'm tempted to actually castle first, but I've got the option to take now. Mix it up. But no, I'm gonna castle first. I might do it next move, depending on what my opponent does if he just castles. Or I'll try and get my knight somehow into the game. Yeah, so he has castled, so we can probably do that next move. You can always do this, but you got to then imagine further down the line, somehow the rooks double up. Is it a major problem? As soon as the rook goes there, you're threatening to capture. So it could be. Yeah, I'm tempted to just develop my knight and go for slow, steady development then. I really want to take to break the pawn structure up, and then them pawns are a big target. But I'm going to develop the knight, connect my rooks, and then probably bring the knight across. Be interesting to see what the engine says after the game. It'd be interesting to just play something like that just because it breaks the structure up and breaks symmetry. But it's really attacking for white then. You can imagine, like I say, once the rooks double up on the file, then we could get into a lot of difficulty. So I think I need to come across here, activate one of my rooks, make sure the bishop can drop back. We could go around the angles. Okay, now I need to shift my knight so my bishop can bail out, depending on what my opponent's going to do. Bishop here, you've just got a very natural move. Now I could play knight back instead of the bishop back to come here and challenge. Or I can come around this way. I'm leaning actually to go in here. I'm going to go back this way, so I've got the option to come forward, but try not to get my bishop trapped. So the bishop can safely retreat somewhere now. Like I say, potentially knight forward just to attack. Make sure the rooks stay connected so the bishop's free to waddle off somewhere, hopefully. But actually, c3 and my bishop's a bit restricted, so a little bit awkward. We could be going a bit wrong here. So I'm just going to drop the bishop right back, get a tempo attacking the pawn. I might even chuck a pawn at the board, I'm not sure. But it's just slightly passive, my position now, a little bit negative. I might want the rook this way, something like this. Oh, he's gone really aggressive. Okay, does that give me a chance to counter-attack? Take, check. Sorry, take, check. King over and he's fine. I'm looking at the same idea now, just to pin the knight and trade it. And then at least I can drop back. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pin the knight and maybe trade it. I need to do something. Very attacking line from my opponent. But it means my bishop can safely come back now. I'm going to take there. Now I'm just debating knight up. If you take, that feels fine. So where does your bishop go? But once my knight's here, I don't see where it's actually then going. So I'm just looking at rook across, but might be better with this rook across to get off the file. You've got bishop down though. So pawn up takes, bishop takes, doesn't do anything for me. I want to bring this rook across, but it might have been the other one was better, maybe. We'll find out as the next few moves pass, but he's playing really quickly as well, isn't he? So now I'm looking at an idea like knight across. Or maybe do I do pawn up in this? Knight up, knight round, that's a long way around here. Not achieving much. So what about doubling up then? Gotta be careful here, down. Takes, rook takes. I'm going to try and double the rooks up on the the D file. This pawn's a little bit of a target. Okay, so just double up now just to pressure the pawn. But nothing concrete, is there though? Knight up, bishop back, knight up, down, knight across. Yeah, I'm going to play knight up. There's no pressure on my bishop now. At least for one move. There is when the rook comes across. So we're just attacking the bishop. So he's gone back. Okay, so I'm not going forward. I want to come here now to go here with something. But here, rook across is very natural. Bishop up. Yeah, I'm getting ready to blunder, aren't I? Just play a holding move. I'm too low on the time here. Too low on the clock. Here, I think walks into this problem. I want to play a bishop up to challenge the bishop. But I think you've got rook takes, undermining the defense of the knight. Takes. And I don't think I'm getting compensation for it. But here, if my opponent didn't play rook across, then bishop up looks fine. Don't mean it's good, but it looks fine. You might just get out of the way. So I might just have to bring the knight back rather than going here. Yeah, that's where he's gone. So my knight feels like it's misplaced there now, so I'm just going to come back here. And I'm very close, actually, I've just realised, to getting my bishop trapped. Right now I'm okay, but I'm actually close to getting trapped. I've got nowhere to run. Maybe pawn up and even go for triple pawns to take some pressure off. But yeah, it feels like I misplayed this one. Or I might lash out with b5, because at least if you take now I can take back. Yeah, b5. Maybe. But I couldn't leave the knight there because my opponent was threatening to take either way. Okay. I'm going to go b5 now and see what you're going to do with this before the rook has doubled up. Pawn down. Okay. I'm actually going to take there. Now I'm looking at moving this rook so the bishop can retreat. But here, what do I do against this? It's all kind of gone wrong, hasn't it? Yeah. I'm going to go here just so I've got the option of bishop forward as a emergency move. This idea, I think that's a problem. It's a problem anyway. A problem in any event, isn't it? But I've got such bad piece placement here. It doesn't feel good at all. So here, trade. I'm going to risk triple stack pawns just to try and take some pressure off, get rid of this bishop. Then hopefully get my knight into the game. If I lose a couple of them pawns, I've still got one of them. But eventually, you're going to be able to just blast this pawn here. Trade. Probably good for white. You're going to end up with a passed pawn. Can't really stop it. I don't think I can afford to push as a blockader. So... wait, but no. I've got to take. Don't need to waste too much time there. I've got to take... I think I've got to just get my knight into play. So if he goes with a rook, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, pawn takes. Yeah, I'm probably losing. So I'm going to have to trade one of the rooks. And then keep the other on the board. So I can't trade the other rook, I have to trade one. I can't go here because of the bishop. I think he'll go with the rook here, and I'm probably going to just sidestep and then knight up, that sort of concept. Let's go across, knight up. Okay, one's going to be lost. Oh, he's just gone straight for that one. Okay, let's play king up then. Yeah, the whole position's collapsing, and I've just played a poor game. It happens, it's chess. Okay, so here, I don't think there's anything better to play there. Okay, he comes forward. So check, down. There's nothing you can do to stop it, is it? Here, down. I guess I go here, and if you come forward, I check at least for one move, but no, it's hopeless, isn't it? Just hopeless. It's just an autopilot loss now, this, an automatic loss. Nothing I can do here. Opponent just played a very good game. I have a very high accuracy for this one. And I'm just kind of in Zugzwang. There's not much I can even think of doing. I can't go there. So let's come across two. Again, if down I've got a knight check. I guess you can just do this and run the pawn. So if I go behind, I can't even go right to the back. So here you can just chase my rook. It's not looking promising. Well, he's gone back. So you'll want me to do this. So the knight's a bit precariously placed. And I can't go here to check. So I'm going to go here and threaten a check. But I think it's good for white. This, I don't think I've got anything. I can't afford to trade the knight. That's just less for me to challenge with. But although, again, the bishop supports the pawn, of course. Let's bring the knight back again. Can't stop this now. Yeah, he comes down, finding everything. Let's go up and hit the bishop. At least we're threatening to actually win the pawn. So he goes back. Let's just chuck the pawn onto a light square. I mean, this is going to open up eventually anyway, isn't it? King on a light square, knight back, but I don't think I've got anything. I'm wondering if I can actually run the king across, but again, it doesn't feel like I'm in time. But is it still better than not? Here, here, here. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and bring the king closer. There might have been better to guard here, might have been. Oh, now if I come back here, mind, he's pinning the knight. Oops. Yeah, no, that's a blunder. I should have gone forward, not there. Here is a problem, and he's found that as well. He's found every single move, hasn't he? Unbelievable. Well, sadly believable. He's just found every perfect move. He just couldn't have played it any better. So I'm committed now. I have to do this. Just... It's one of them odd games, isn't it, where he's just found every perfect move. Couldn't have done it any better if he tried, literally. And there's another one. Let's go here and across. Yeah, it's just hopeless this. There's absolutely nothing whatsoever. Yeah, let's go here and hit the pawn and pretend. He's just going to come down and collect. You can see it coming. Yeah. Okay, let's take... Just unbelievable, isn't it, how he's played this game? Unreal. Yeah, I can't even be bothered playing it on. I'll just resign that one. I can't be bothered with that one. Just put it through the engine. I think he was legitimate, but let's just see. Obviously, I study the games in a lot more detail off camera. And check all the accounts that I play afterwards, so... We'll just see, but it felt like he just played a near perfect game there. There's no point playing on when you know you lost like that. Yeah, so just been completely better the whole entire game, white. Yeah, there's no point playing the game out. So 96% to be fair, 92% for myself. My center pawn loss 24 is better than my normal 32. Opponent's just played essentially a perfect game, so nothing more to be said, nothing more I can realistically do against that, so well done.